Alright guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be going over my first ever time out on track, aka my first ever heat race. So I have an interesting story about why we didn't make it out for qualifying. Alright, so what happened was basically me and my dad, we were just trying to work out everything our first time out the track, and we honestly didn't know how practice worked. We knew that they went out in groups and everything, but we didn't know when or how. How do we organize ourselves? What's going on? So we actually missed every single qualifying session possible. So not qualifying, practice session. So we wind up here in my first heat race, aka my first time out on track. You'll see I'm not hitting apexes properly. I'm not taking the right line. I'm not even in the right gear. My shifts are awful. So it's definitely something interesting to look at. You'll see I'm generously giving quite the distance between the cars next to me. So one thing that's actually funny, they're asking us to bunch up more. And I'm like, you want us to bunch up more? Like, I don't know how I feel right now. And I also missed the practice day before this race. So I missed a day and then the practice sessions during this. You can hear my pretty abysmal shifting and a bunch of, we all got off to quite the start. And they actually threw the yellow, I think, and they bunched us back up, and I think they made sure he had a transponder, one of us. So, yeah, there you see us regrouping, and here it is, the start, my first ever heat race restart, in fact. That was bad. I didn't have my license, so I wasn't really used to driving my car, my road car or my race car. Like I haven't been driving them a lot, so I wasn't good with manuals. It's crazy to see how far I've come in a year in terms of that. You definitely hear I am gear down. I need to pop that baby in the second, not third. I am using the whole width of the track though, but the rear end is not getting kicked out at all. But you'll see on some of the fast cars, the rear end's really light, so I see it kind of getting loose. And that's really no big deal because they're front wheel drive. And they're all front engine too. So all the weight's in the front, there's nothing in the back. I mean, I genuinely wonder for the first, I guess, couple hundred people that showed up to this, like, what were they thinking? When they heard my low revving car coming by, understeering all over the place, like what were they, like, what was going through their head? But, you can clearly see it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but, this is my first ever time out on track too, so it was important to know that. So at least when I got to my first ever, real, race, that was ugly. When I got to my first ever race, I didn't have some of these same problems, I guess. Ugh. I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 or 3 of us on track at this point. Yeah, I was third. So I was happy. I remember I was actually crying after this, like tears of joy, because I'm like, oh my god, this is my live stream. And a little too much speed in there. I'm surprised I didn't get lapped in these 7 or 8 laps. But there's a checkered flag. I finished, and I was just happy I made it out in one piece, and I consider myself a race car driver for the first time ever. And it's always like one of those, it's been an elusive thing to me, like, oh, I want to be a race car driver. But to actually get the opportunity to do it, you see my dad cheering me on, even though I'm pretty sure I did piss poor. It was still really cool to see. You'll let me talk in a second. think I was too busy tearing up. Or just seeing people like, look at my car going down, and I felt like I was a race car driver, and it was insane.
Oh my god, I did it! Woo!
There we go. But again, the atmosphere here it was really cool going down these pits for the first time in my car, saying, "Wow, I am a race car driver." It was definitely cool and experience to remember for a lifetime. If I'll probably, as long as can still find as long as I can find footage and stuff from my first from the races I have. I don't know. I think I might have deleted one or two that were really uneventful. I'll keep on posting these. Because I'm having fun, kind of going over and seeing what I've done, both right and wrong in terms of this. And I'll leave it off there. Make sure like, follow. All right, and see you guys.